vegan salmon bites. We did fry and we did saute. Y'all, let's get into it. Welcome back to another video, y'all. So we're hopping right on in with our blender. We're gonna make the marinade for our vegan salmon. Okay, so I'm starting off with my blender and I'm gonna add some sesame oil, some coconut aminos, some nutritional yeast, some beetroot powder, liquid smoke, maple syrup, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, and we're going to add some seaweed, of course, to make that little seafood flavor, and also some vegetable broth. If you need the measurements, they will be listed down below. So once you get that all into the blender, you want to give that a nice little blend. Now, one thing I forgot to add was 2 tablespoons of minced beets, and I also added 2 teaspoons of the juice. Okay, you want to give that a nice little blend, and then we're going to cut our tofu. I am using soy-free tofu, and I am just basically going to cut them into some little blocks. Of course, you can do these whatever shape you like. If it looks better to you just by breaking the tofu up, you could definitely do that. But I decided to cut mine because I think that kind of mimics the way that we do the salmon bites, right? So I just decided to cut mine into blocks, and then we're going to put these into a bowl once we're done cutting them. Once into the bowl, we're going to go ahead and drizzle that sauce that we just made, or the marinade, all over the tofu pieces, and you want to put a top on this and let it marinate overnight. Okay, that's key importance, overnight. So the next day, in a skillet covered with some avocado oil, we're going to put our pieces straight from the sauce down into the avocado oil, and we're going to let these brown on each side. Now I'm just going to start off, as you can see, on one side, and then just after a few seconds just basically flip them over. Like I said, you want to brown each side to make sure each side has like a little crispy edge. Once all the sides are cooked, they should look like this, and you want to take them off of the heat and just let them cool down the same way we do our vegan chicken fingers. In a bowl, you want to put your wet mix, which is going to consist of some just egg. I'm going to season that up. I am using some lemon pepper seasoning, Creole seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder, and then we're going to make our dry mix. We're going to do this with some cornmeal. You can use some, fish fry, whatever you got, and then season that up as well. Now, I think a key thing that would have took this up a notch would have been some Old Baby, y'all. I didn't have any, so we made it do what it do. But you want to take them once they have cooled down. You want to take one and dip it into the just egg, and then we're going to coat it completely in the cornmeal until they are completely coated, and then drop them down into the hot avocado oil. If you are shallow frying these, you want to make sure to flip them until each side is beautiful and golden brown, and there you go. You got your fried nuggets, and the others you just leave as is, and they're basically like some grilled or, I don't know, pan fried salmon nuggets. But yeah, this recipe bust, y'all. When I say my baby loved it so bad, I enjoyed it so bad as well. Of course, you can use whatever type of dipping sauce you normally use for your salmon nuggets, ketchup, whatever. Of course, we use ketchup, but this is how they both looked, and they were so delicious. Y'all comment down below. Let me know if you're gonna make these. Let me know what you think. I do want to thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.